how to reduce gas and bloating, and how to deal with irritable bowel syndromes, acute flares such as diarrhea and constipation is a question I will be answering on today's episode of Ask Nutritionist Deepa. So, gas and bloating is not a uncommon symptom among Americans. 30% of people say that they on a regular basis they have bloating and and gas, and 83% of patients who are suffering with irritable bowel syndrome complain of gas and bloating. The second part to that question was how to deal with the acute flares of irritable bowel syndrome. So this all again boils down to digestive system, doesn't it? Irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis is an indication that there is an inflammation inside of your digestive tract, which means the lining of the digestive tract is irritated because of either variety of reasons, right? Usually these conditions are considered autoimmune. So during the gas and bloating usually occurs when there is a deficiency of digestive enzymes. For example, in order to digest a protein, our body secretes protease. In order to digest carbohydrate, our body secretes amylase. Yeah, in order to digest fat, our body secretes lipase. And then there are a bunch of other digestive enzymes or secretion that which happen, and that helps us to digest all the fiber and all different nutrients. So lack of digestive enzymes lead to gas and bloating many times. Now, as far as the acute flares of irritable bowel syndrome or diarrhea and constipation is concerned, then we are dealing with inflammation. Like I was saying, inflammation is this irritation, and if you have inflammation and irritation, mm, and if you are not addressing that, then no matter how healthy your diet is, nothing is going to get metabolized or broken down, and hence the absorption of nutrient is going to get affected. So and then of course it's a vicious cycle, because nutrient deficiency then is going to further aggravate your inflammation and stop the healing of your gut lining. So what should we do? How do we get out of this situation? Well, what I'm going to suggest actually goes against what I usually ask people to do, or what the common practices are. Because if you are dealing with active symptoms of IBS and ulcerative colitis, and even gas and bloating on a regular basis, I'm going to suggest that first and foremost, stop eating salads. Okay. Oh my God, what am I saying? Stop eating salads. Yes, what I mean is stop eating anything that is raw. Raw vegetables require very robust digestive system and and a set of digestive enzymes. Since your digestive tract and your body doesn't have right kind of digestive enzymes um, in it, it's going to affect the way you digest your uh, salad, specifically fiber. So do not eat salads. Instead, focus on eating cooked vegetables, and such as asparagus. You can have spinach, you can have mushrooms and peppers. Even broccoli and cauliflower is fine in smaller quantity, but eat cooked. Do not eat raw. Secondly, eat small frequent meals. Avoid eating large meals. If you are if you have gas, bloating, again ulcerative colitis issues, IBS, actively suffering from it, then intermittent fasting is not going to work. So again, I'm going against what I usually preach. Do not get into fasting. Eat small frequent meals, and eat. And the third number three, another important strategy is to eat small quantity. Avoid large meals only 2 to 3 times a day. So small, frequent meals, eating every 1 to 2 hours, smaller quantity, chewing your food down, taking 20 to 25 minutes to eat your food is going to be extremely important. Number 4, again, I'm saying something what I usually I'm going against my own advice here. Stop taking probiotic, especially the capsules. Right now, your system cannot handle large quantities of anything. Probiotic capsules usually have, like 5 million, 10 billion, 50 billion, up to 500 billion CFUs, units of probiotic formulation. That is too much. This is not a time to take large doses of probiotic. A lot of people complain of feeling worse after taking probiotic, or just not feeling anything happening with the probiotic dose. That is because the system is not processing it correctly. So stop taking probiotic capsules. You can take the powder probiotic, but again, not when you have the acute flare of uh, IBS or ulcerative colitis. The last strategy, number 5, is focus on eating orange and yellow color fruits and vegetables. Which one are those? Such as squash, carrots, pumpkin, papaya, just to name the few. The beta carotene in these vegetables are going to help heal the lining of your gut. Remember, we said that these signs and symptoms of ulcerative colitis, IBS, or even gas and bloating indicate that there is inflammation in your gut, which means the gut lining is irritated. So to heal your gut lining, we need a lot of beta carotene, vitamin A, and it comes from yellow, deep orange color, orange fleshed fruits and vegetables, specifically butternut squash and pumpkin and carrots and papaya, pineapple, so on and so forth. But again, it needs to be cooked. And when I say don't eat anything raw, it also includes fruit. So if you're eating berries, I'm going to say make it into a berry sauce. Now, if you're going to have papaya, just lightly cook it down into a papaya sauce similar to an apple sauce. On the same note, avoid eating grapes, banana, and apple. These are high fructose containing fruits, and they tend to ferment more and cause more gas. So again, my 2 cents here about how to handle these flares of ulcerative colitis and IBS is to eat everything cooked, avoid eating salads and raw vegetables and raw fruits, eat small frequent meals, stop taking probiotic capsules, uh, and start eating orange, yellow color fruits and vegetables, thoroughly cooked. And last but not least, avoid eating fat, because fat is very difficult to digest. So any fat, definitely this diet I'm going to recommend that don't eat gluten and dairy and red meats. These are the most obvious inflammatory foods. So apart from going gluten free, dairy free, corn free, soy free, also go fat free. Do not add olive oil and extra butter or any other fat on your food, because like I said, fat is very difficult to digest. There's malabsorption happening, and if you don't have right kind of enzyme, then fat is going to cause more gas, bloating, and that stomach pain even. So definitely avoid all the supplements in this phase. Once the inflammation goes down, that's when you want to add probiotic back in. But again, powdered probiotic, tiny pinch. Start with a drop, with a pinch of probiotic, and then increase your tolerance. But one supplement you can use during this time is digestive enzymes, because you want to make sure that everything that you're eating, you are able to digest it. So I like to use Now brand, okay, and the enzyme, this particular one says plant enzyme, but what I have noticed works the best is Digest Ultimate, okay, by Now brand, and it makes sure it has all different enzymes to digest your food. So, for example, it's a multi-enzyme blend. It has protease, it has amylase, lipase, cellulase, lactase, uh, papain, and bromelain. Again, interestingly enough, it has papaya and pineapple-based enzymes, and that's why I said papaya and pineapple naturally contain digestive enzymes, and that's why I recommend for people who suffer with GI issues to include those foods. So that's kind of where we are going to start. March is a National Nutrition Month, so I'm going to go even harder on nutrition in this month more than usual. In fact, but I'm going to make it fun. I'm going to talk about some kitchen utensils and kitchen essentials to cook. And I get a lot of questions about what kind of pots and pans to use, what kind of appliances to have in the kitchen, so on and so forth. So this month we will talk everything but kitchen sink, they call it, and everything that we need to make healthy food and meals and so on and so forth. So stick around and send me your questions. I hope you find this episode useful. If you know somebody who suffers with IBS or ulcerative colitis and have acute flares, and or those who have gas and bloating, I hope you guys can use some of these strategies and start feeling well. That's about it for now, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm nutritionist Deepa. Over the years, I have seen my patients suffer from acid reflux, IBS, constipation, and diarrhea. In order to help them, I have created this digestive health formula which contains powdered pre and probiotic. Pre and probiotic have shown to reduce stomach inflammation, reduce acid reflux, and relieve signs and symptoms of constipation and diarrhea, thus helping people feel just normal again. In order to get more information, click on the link below.